Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. It is intentionally I have kept my presentation at last, that if you really want to see Madhuri Dixit and Amitabh Bachchan show, then you have to wait. You can't just slog. Nowadays you open any TV channel, what is there? Everybody is an expert on air defense. Everybody will tell you how the radar is functioning, how the missile is going. Complete warfare, I find WhatsApp University is full. So the whole entire social media, everywhere you find. And I am an air defense officer. My coursemate General Vikram is here. We all know we have slogged through, and in academy it was always, what are you asking for? AD, oh, matlab, you're down. And if you're asking for some, infantry, you have the pride. They come from the traditional martial families, and we said air defense. Yaar, ye kisne bata diya air defense tere ko? Yes, so the story goes, 1986, and I belong to Ranchi. Before that, there was, no. I belong to Ranchi, and there was in 1971, there were 90,000 POWs who came there, just behind my house. It was a tea garden. Indian Army came, they barricaded, and there was all POWs, they were put there. And those POWs, that put a challenge to common people's life. Every day there will be siren, we have to get into the trench, and these people used to run away. And then one day there was a gentleman, Colonel G.S. Sidhu. He landed in my house, and in his drawing room, he put all his luggage. He said, I am the adjutant of the battalion, my CO is coming, the first room is mine, 2 rooms are for my CO. So my house was hijacked by Indian Army. The commanding officer and adjutant staying in front portion of my house, and we all were pushed back. So that's the story goes on, where how I came to know about air defense. And the story goes on, when I went to academy, again these 2 gentlemen, who was a captain, he was commanding 322 Air Defense Regiment at the same location. So when I came back in the break, he said, look, I am a 29 Air Defense Regiment guy, and when your choice comes, you will fill 29 Air Defense, 29 Air Defense, 29 Air Defense. And I wrote. And my CSM made me roll and roll. My DS rebuked me, and all those things happened. But yet, as luck would have been, I got the air defense. Today morning, I was being interviewed by All India Radio on FM radio. So again, air defense was the topic. Even media guys ask you, sir, aap to Sena mein rahe hain, you are a disaster management expert, but air defense ke baare mein aapka kya vichar hai? So it's time slightly, we are pampering ourselves. If you see the DGMO briefing on Op Sindoor, which happened on 12th, with the Tri-Services logo, this was the word written, Akashi Satru na jahi. आकाश में शत्रु को जाने ही नहीं दो. And literally India proved it. And so, one of the youngsters from my regiment, he designed this, "Sir, aapke liye." I said, "Good, Dilip, you have done this." I went a step forward. So this is the T-shirt which I ordered on the Vista print. It is supposed to be delivered today. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday. I thought I'll come to this event wearing this T-shirt. So the front is Sindoor, air defense, and backside, air defense written. You know, at times you enjoy pampering yourself. And you must, because something which is your bread and butter, you learn and you practice. All today what one is due to what the teachings came from the army. Today our USP, they say, give work to X, Y, because he will not say no, he will deliver. So the basic pride which comes to all of us, whether it is climatology, georisk, disaster mitigation, risk knowledge, skill sets required, root is from that organization. That basic thing is very important in you. Coming on to the casualties, I'm showing you a map, data for last 20 years, where every hazard is there. You will see we have in last 20 years more than 110,000 people dying due to various hazards. But the good thing is 2004, NDMA came up. We have a plethora of early warning sensors, what we deployed. War is rare. Preparedness has to be daily. But in disaster management or security, every day is a risk, every day is a threat, and preparedness has to be up to date. And for that, with the existing challenges, we have to see what are the change taking place. We need to monitor those changes, how it is affecting your life. You know, when Indira Gandhi International Airport was inaugurated, we all felt big pride. And we said, one of the best airports in the world, it will be handling 800 aircrafts. Time came, T2 came up, T3 came up. Our handling capacity went up to 3,500 to 3,800. We are coming up with T4, 4,500. I am in the governance for the last almost 2 decades. When I was consulted, I said, sorry, you look at the world, go to New York, go to Heathrow Airport. Every city has 3 to 4 airports. Because firstly, putting all assets at one place. Secondly, it's a big, big environmental hazard. Today, this IGI airport, with almost 3,500 plus aircraft taking off, every aircraft, when it takes off for 20 minutes, it emits heat of 400 to 500 degrees centigrade. And imagine continuously this happening. Outcome, the entire atmosphere, entire moisture goes up. And it accumulates at a very, very large height. And you will find every 45 days, 30 days, Delhi has a huge thunderstorm, flash flood, lightning, and entire economy of NCR stops for those 10 to 12 days. We had on 1st May, we had on 28th of June last year, we had again, every month you will find entire Gurugram, Delhi, NCR, Noida blocking. Nobody asks why. Fortunately, some voice is heard, a new airport is coming, but yet the madness is on. When this airport was to be built, there were 8,000 trees to be planted in lieu of 800 flights. Everything is shelved, environmentally damaged. And today, now Delhi has a new government. We were working out on the flood plan for Delhi. This Nazafgarh Nala, that is the biggest cause of flooding. And Delhi government doesn't know about it. They have not mapped it. The natural flow of the Delhi is not known. The entire drainage system is choked because for 10 years nobody bothered. The gates and barrages were not operated. Yamuna is one river which comes down to Delhi. There is no water channelizing plant. There is only one channel, Hathini channel, which goes towards UP. If you open that, it will flood that area. Who will do this water management plan? You have to come up for a long way. So the observed changes which are there, you need to observe what are the factors damaging you. You saw what happened in Delhi flood. So we need to observe the changes, identify, see the problem, and come up with a plan. This year we had a heat wave mitigation plan in Delhi. Our organization, we adopted Southwest Delhi, and a collective effort has started. Same is going to be in flood. This year, 244 crore is given for the urban flooding. So whether it is Mumbai, Bangalore, Kolkata, everywhere, the government has taken the initiative on the observed changes. But it is not only the government, it is the people who have to also behave, who have to know. Everybody talks about the climate change. Climate change, fine, those are good words, but actually it is climate cycle. I am showing you a map, epochal variation, study by Dr. S. Pai, 1875 to 2023. If you see here, ये चलता है? If somebody who is a researcher and has studied climate change patterns, he will say that in 2023, till 2023, India has a decreasing rate. But if you really go on this climate cycle, 2024, India had 110% rain, extra rain, contrary to all the experts. So all the Google experts, I want to advise that climate data, we take it for 1,000 years and then we do a prediction. So people in the risk management business should understand that even 2025 is going to have a different rain pattern. Today, in the government of India, we know that Bihar, Jharkhand is going to get into a drought-prone area, more severe drought-prone area. The river basin of Ganges, Himalayan foothill, will have less water. And Rajasthan, by 2035, will have 1,000 millimeter rain minimum per annum. Rajasthan will be no more a desert. So with the government of Rajasthan, we are working, complete water management plan, complete developmental plan has to be changed with this. And there we are using all sorts of observation, artificial intelligence, virtual reality, complete risk modeling is going on. So the risk profile is changing and we have to identify the correct triggers of the risk of climate, how it is going to affect. You see, Rajasthan, the soil pattern does not have holding capacity of water. So definitely there is going to be a flood. So as a security personnel, you should know where your stuff should be. So all your storage points should be on higher ground. Ideally, people should be knowing swimming. Because Rajasthan, everybody thinks of Rajasthan, they think of desert and they think of heat. So we have to change of a new skill, swimming. Rajasthan have to have city level water storage points, dams. They should think of new business, hydroelectric business they can create. So these are the changing paradigms of environment, climatology, which is affecting people's life. Yeah, if I am giving a lecture and if I don't cover lightning, it doesn't befit my name. So this is 2019. You see on the, here, first one. This was the zone of lightning. And this is 2024. Our annual conference is on 11/12/2. And if you really see, 2019 to 2016, 2024, 400% rise. The complete power generation system, energy transmission system, complete heavy electrical industry, all IT industry, including the hospitals, your cath lab, your X-ray machine, is affected by the change in the atmospheric electricity. Because the electricity creates a field and it interferes with the neighboring electric field. Your equipment has to have an interface so that you function optimally. In this house, if you have kept the 220 volt 130 ampere, you should have an interface that atmospheric electricity should not disturb. Otherwise, आपकी household devices fuse होती रहेंगी, suddenly एक strike होगी, 4 लाख 5 लाख रुपए की चीजें का नुकसान होगा. So this is the change in the atmospheric surge. We are in the zone of 40 kiloampere, मतलब 40,000 ampere current से we are into now 3.5 lakh ampere zone. We need to change our industrial setup. Recent hazards you saw, Wayanad and all happened, Vadodara, everything was well forecasted. From common man to security agency, my friend runs a security agency in Vadodara. He says, यार मेरे सारे गार्ड बैठ गए, मैं क्या करूं? Client ने पेमेंट रोक दिया, लोग ड्यूटी पे नहीं जा रहे हैं. These are well forecasted event, well known event. As a businessman, if you are providing security to X company or an establishment, you should plan it. So we have come up with mapping of all hazard, when the hazard occurs, what death it causes, who are the people who are affected, and how much damage takes place. So these are various numerical values which I show that one strong thunderstorm in Mumbai and one day complete shutdown of electricity, the cost is around 1400 crore. One shutdown in Gurugram, it's 800 crore. One heavy heat wave, the Kharif fasal of Haryana is damaged. You have a loss of 1400 crore. So that's the manifestation in the economy. If you don't secure your things from these changes, you suffer. And it's always said when there is early warning, early prediction, you can save the losses. And in general, globally, we take it, the loss is 8 times slower. This is a video which I would like to show you what happened in India.
26th of December 2004, an earthquake in the Indian Ocean caused a devastating tsunami that killed nearly 230,000 people in 14 countries.
It remains one of the deadliest disasters in recent history. Many of these deaths could have been avoided if people had been made aware of the impending catastrophe. They would have had time to seek safety. However, no effective early warning system was in place. The scale of destruction pushed the international community to establish the Indian Ocean Tsunami Early Warning and Mitigation System. This international early warning mechanism uses sensors and related technology to detect tsunamis in advance and issue warnings to 25 countries in the Indian Ocean region. This permits timely evacuation in the coastal areas and island communities. Effective early warning systems need to be both end-to-end and people-centered. This means that they should launch interventions from the moment a tsunami triggering event is detected. They should also focus on helping communities interpret and react to messages to evacuate. People-centered means designing early warning systems with the engagement of affected communities, taking the needs of the entire population into account, including those most vulnerable. The Sendai framework.
So based on all this, the global framework came. These are again another story. I'm an air defense officer. Gopalpur happens to be, my Karm Bhumi. Odisha happens to be my Karm Bhumi. We were in Kargil in 99, and air defense is the first one to be inducted and last one to be de-inducted. And we were cursing कि हमारा number कब आएगा यार, बहुत दिन हो गए. Suddenly order came on 25th, you are being airlifted to Bhubaneswar. We felt very happy. Oh, going back to Gopalpur again, lovely. We landed and I was made Ops Sahayata Commander of Ganjam district. And they said cyclone is coming. And 26th October the cyclone came. Sorry, 29th October the cyclone came. And we had a tough time. The story is well known. My course mates, they always tease me as disaster babua. They say, jahan hi jata hai, disaster leke jata hai. I happened to be at Bhuj, 2001, early morning. After break, I was in the lawn, ki breakfast lawn mein hi laga do. And suddenly घड़-घड़ आवाज आने लगी अंदर से. मैंने कहा ये क्या हो रहा है? I looked at towards mess. देख रहा हूँ बिल्डिंग हिल रही. मैं चिल्लाया, come out, it's really earthquake. And everybody came out and we saw towards Anjar, it was full of atomic blast. And it was an air defense regiment which was only in place. We ordered QRT, गाड़ी लेके आओ सारे. They started coming, they said, साहब, सड़क फट गई है, गाड़ी नहीं आ सकती. Okay, man pack. 4 days we were just packing and packing bodies. And all big experts today you see in the world, they talk about Bhuj. But उस भुज के पहले 4 दिन सिर्फ इंडियन आर्मी जानती है कि उसने किया क्या वहाँ पे. My doctor finally 4th day he came, he says, साहब आप बैठ जाओ नहीं तो अब आप collapse कर जाओगे, because an adjutant of the battalion, you have phenomenal responsibility. Those all motivated me. Let's have some warning, let's have some system. कल मैं पटना में बैठा था, all the 6 ministers, 5 hours with me. They said, कर्नल साहब भूकंप आ जाएगा तो क्या होगा? मैंने कहा जिस भवन में आप बैठे हैं ना, उसको कर्नल साहब ने बनवाया था और उसमें बेस आइसोलेशन टेक्नोलॉजी लगी है. कितना बड़ा भी भूकंप आएगा ये पटेल भवन कभी नहीं गिरेगा. So that sort of creation we did it. So that these hazards are way to learn. People talked all technology, but I'm talking about something, artificial intelligence, which we are using for forecasting and for everything. You have anything written, just put it, software, even a Word file, it will come with a 3D presentation in the same environment. This is our news channel which is coming up, where we are using the AI and all the early warning will be in local language. We are creating an e-library of all the word books. Just listen to
What happens when an eternal river embraces the timeless ocean? What happens when a place hallowed by tradition
और मिथक में मनाया जाने वाला स्थान लाखों लोगों की भक्ति के साथ जीवंत हो उठता है? गंगा सागर एक बार
गंगा सागर मेला ভারতের সাংস্কৃতিক ক্যালেন্ডারের অন্যতম প্রাচীন উৎসব। শতাব্দীর পর শতাব্দী ধরে পৌষ সংক্রান্তির শুভ দিনে
नदीचे दर्शन घेण्यासाठी तीर्थयात्रा करत आहेत. हे छोटे बेट म्हणजे आशा आणि विश्वासाचे न संपणारे जग आहे. हे कपिल मुनींचे मंदिर आहे.
మీరు కపిల ముని వారి ముందు నిలబడితే చాలు ఆ తీవ్ర ఆవేశం చల్లబడిపోతుంది. మీరు ఆయనకు దగ్గరగా నిలబడినప్పుడు మీకు అర్థమవుతుంది. మీ మీద ఆయన ప్రేమను చూపిస్తారు. ఆయన దీవెనలు అంతటా ఉన్నాయి. ఇదే ఇక్కడ ఉన్న మహిమ.
اليوم في جان ساجار يتم الاهتمام بكل احتياجات الحجاج من قبل الإدارة التي تتعاطف مع مشاعرهم وحماسهم.
La tecnología moderna entra en juego para crear un entorno armonioso y seguro. Entonces, todo lo que usted y su familia
在卡皮尔穆尼面前，使你会感到温暖；当你站在旁边，是会感到寒冷。他的祝福无处不在，上帝无。
Ganga Sagar.
here that today we are in a position from the same channel, person watching in China will hear it in Chinese and we can broadcast in 32 languages. Same thing. And the tongue through AI will twist into the local manner. So that's a huge power. It has multiple power. We are creating the final database. We are creating a regenerative data platform where whatever you need, you demand as per a menu and you will get it. So these are all our hazards which I have already told you. I must say Sachet, everybody must download. And you saw the impact of Map My India. Same dais, last time I had narrated the story of Kargil, where our pilot had to land at wrong location because of off-play by the Google. Now we have Maple. And precision of Indian GPRS system was proved in the Op Sindoor. We have the single emergency response system. These are all early warning elements. I don't want to go on this. Yes, somebody was talking about the business opportunity. These are the areas where business opportunity lies. Risk knowledge, early warning, dissemination, capacity building, warning dissemination. Huge fund is leveraged with each state. The program has been launched. This is a big program, almost 3.52 lakh crore, no? Yeah. And this is all action plan where solar mission, solid waste management, which are the business areas, part of the security which you can do. And this is all what we have done. This is all simple analysis. If you go for earthquake, what all you need to do? Shoring technique. Security people should learn it. We need to do a DNA of every area, which training is required in view of the future emerging scenario, and that we should do. You see what happens in Japan, how they do it, how the app is there, and how it should be taken forward. Like lightning safety do's and don'ts, what all to be avoided. These all are required to be taught to the security forces, the second line of defense, so that they are efficient. The bomb hoax in Delhi, you are seeing every time. But schools, they are not ready to learn. Every day these DPS and Rayan Valley School, they are causing huge traffic jam. Not only traffic jam, it is a place for creating an attack. Imagine somebody just explodes a bomb. The schools, the parents are not interested. So right from child to the parent, we need to educate them how they should learn. And our security platform, this is the platform which we can leverage and educate people. Thank you for all the opportunity to Captain Tyagi sir, Semwal sir, Malan sir and Manoj sir. We all are here, sir, and this is annual seminar, sir. One of the recommendation, because I'm not going to come to the stage again, so one of the recommendation to our chairman and the extreme seniors is that we should have it at least twice a year, sir. Because, annual is too long a gap. Like in disaster management, sir, we do one pre-monsoon and one post-monsoon, learn all the lessons, and then we go for the next event where we come up with all the solutions. So every monsoon we learn something new. And then we come up again, like June conference will be with all solutions to all states. So that is where the security also we should be doing. This was half the season, we learned this. This is the solution. And second thing is we had only one training session, sir. We should have multiple stream, more training sessions here. The facility is available and you are seeing it. It's cool, calm, easily accessible, metro is closed door. So we must expand our vision, expand our things and do it up. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your deliberation. I would like to request Colonel D.R. Semwal to felicitate Colonel Sanjay Srivastav. I now request Colonel D.R. Semwal for the keynote address, which will be on industrial security management best practices for the secure future. He is the Chief Patron, ICISSM Head, HSC&S, Terry Army. He is the Chief Patron of ICISSM, is a veteran with 29 years in the Army and 11 years in the corporate security. Currently SVP at Terry Army. He is known for managing large-scale safety operations, HR logistics, and environmental restoration. His military honors reflect bravery and ecological commitment, especially his greening of Delhi's Bhati Mines area. I welcome you, sir.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Manan. A few minutes back, Colonel Srivastava told कि अमिताभ बच्चन और ऐश्वर्या राय को देखना हो तो लास्ट तक बैठिए, आराम से देखिए। तो आपके सामने ना तो अमिताभ बच्चन आया, ना ऐश्वर्या राय, एक मूंछ वाला कर्नल सेमवाल आ गया। इनके दर्शन कीजिए। ऐसे, in one-day seminar, the graph of interest resilience is very high in the morning. When the seminar starts, very high, everybody is very active, graph is very high. Thereafter it goes like a ECG graph, dhire, 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 dhire. And by the end of the seminar, the interest graph is totally died down and disinterest graph goes up among the audience. और वो ऑडियंस सोचती है यार कब ख़त्म कर यार, जाना है, जल्दी ख़त्म कर. तो नॉर्मली ऐसे होता है. The second thing I observed is that when the chap who is the last speaker in such seminars, during one day or that whole day seminar, the audience becomes very well informed, very wise, and they have a lot of questions, a lot of ideas to finger the speaker, the last one, like me. So, I have very less time, और सरकारी स्कूल के मास्टर की तरह मैं आपसे कहना चाहता हूँ कि कोई बच्चा सवाल नहीं पूछेगा, टाइम बहुत कम है, सिलेबस पूरा करना है. Okay. Well, I have been asked to speak about something about the industrial safety security management and the best practices in the industrial security management. So the best practices in industrial security management, they involve an layer approach encompassing cyber security measures, risk management, employees training, and continuous monitoring. And the key element for this, the best practices in the security management are strong access control, secure network configuration, robust emergency response planning, and regulatory compliances. So these are the key elements for which you can consider the best practices for the security management. First we talk about the comprehensive risk assessment. Whatever field that you are, whatever industry that you are protecting, whatever organization you are giving the security cover or looking after the security, the first is risk assessment. Identify the threats. Identify threats that are there, existing threats in your security, including your sabotage, theft, cyber security, and so. Then evaluate the vulnerability. Who is and what part is vulnerable of your structure, of your organization, of your premises. So evaluate those and what can be those vulnerable points, those vulnerable areas, and how they can be breached, how they can be protected. Thereafter also carry out a assess impact, that if there is this kind of a risk take place, this kind of a breach take place, what will happen to the operations, whatever operation your organization has, could be a security operations, could be any industrial operation. What will be the impact of this breach in your operations, your assets? Will your asset be damaged? It could be your information, it could be your cyber security, and the reputation. Say, reputation is one thing which you build over a time, very long time, and it can collapse in seconds, in a day. Your reputation that you have earned over years and years of hard working, goodwill, good ethics, good practices, it can collapse in minutes. So, next is multi-layered security controls. You should have multi-layered security control, particularly when you talk about the industries. Yes, even in the organization, in a big building, big structures, your physical security is very important. Perimeter security is very important. Access control system, very important. Physical security, you have your fences, you have your barricades, those kind of things should be there. Perimeter security again, your CCTVs, surveillance, and now we integrate now the drones also with this. I suggest yes, in a big structure, big premises for a big organization, yes, definitely. Access control system, again you have the iCards, the tokens, the access control means segregate the areas up to what level a chap can go, a visitor can go, where, how it can go. The visitor can be, it should be clearly identified that he is a visitor, he is not a regular employee. So those kind of a system have to be put in place. Next is cyber security. Yes, you must have your good network segmentation. Important and less important thing should be separated, should be segmented in your system. Then firewall, intrusion. You should have effective, updated firewall system which can protect your give you cyber security. And similarly, should have that what kind of an intrusion can take place in your cyber network, in your IT network. And data encryption, very, very important, very sensitive data should be encrypted and kept separately for the protection. When regular update, your cyber system, your IT system, it must be regularly updated with the advice or with the services of the experts in the field, and vulnerability scanning and penetration. Also, that how vulnerable is your system, is it vulnerable, and if it is vulnerable, in what sense, in what aspects, and then it can be updated. You must do that. Next is the employee training. Unless you may have very effective system, you may have very good effective IT system or effective procedures, whatever they are. Unless the people are trained, your employees are trained how to work on this, how to work during emergencies, how to work, how to respond, how to take the maximum utilization of those tools and resources, you will not be able to get the desired result. So training of your employees is very, very important. Then you must have a very detailed training program, well analyzed, well thought of training program. It is not only whether, or you have bought some training program from somebody outsourced, and will this suit your employees? Is it up to the level of your employees, they can follow it? So that is very, very essential. The effective training program must be there. Then incident response. Again, this is a part of the training program. What kind of incidents happen and how do you respond? How do your employees, they respond to those incidents? Next we talk about is the continual monitoring and auditing. Real-time monitoring is very essential for your IT network, for your physical security, for your electronic surveillances. This is very effective. If you are not monitoring them, say there is a CCTV installed in a particular part of your premises or building or huge premises, and if you are at a regular interval, if you are not seeing that, if you are not monitoring that, then it is of no use. Once you see it, once you monitor it, then you will know what are the drawbacks, what are the lacunas, what are the lapses, how to breach them, how to cover them. Very essential. Then you must have a system of third-party security audit. One is that within the house, you must have a security, create a security audit team internally and must go in for a third-party security audit of your complete setup. And threat intelligence also you must, for this also you can hire a third party, take their services and carry out this analysis in your system or your industry or organization, what you call it. Then emergency response planning. You must have a very, very detailed emergency response planning on all different kind of think of a different incident. It could be a natural disaster. It could be a fire incident. It could be an earthquake. It could be a bomb threat. It could be a terrorist attack. So that kind of a plan you must have right in the beginning, and the plan which is not rehashed, which is not conveyed, which the people do not know fully, is of no use. So the plan you must have, it must be conveyed, everybody must know and they must practice. Everyone must know that during this kind of a incident, what is my responsibility? I have to do, what he has to do, what she has to do, what he has to do. That responsibility must be divided within the organization, within your team, whatever you have. Then is the disaster recovery. Whatever has happened, we call it a damage control also, we call it a disaster recovery. Whatever has happened, your disaster recovery should be, it could be a cyber attack on your system. So you should be able to recover your data, or you should have already stored your data in somewhere else, some other server, somewhere other system, so that you have that business continuity. You can continue it. You are not like just now, Colonel Srivastava said, one day's called heavy storm and rain in Mumbai, Gurgaon, whole Gurgaon comes to standstill. And see the economic loss, 1,400 crores or something per day, whatever there. So you must have that plan in for your disaster recovery, whatever. Collaboration with external parties. The security setup must have a good liaison with the outside sources, outside agencies, the civil agencies, the private agencies. There are many private agencies, the local police, the civil defense, the national disaster response team. There are, every state has this national disaster management. So you must have that constant liaison with them and collaboration and exchange your plan with them. Also call them, you can call them for your safety audit, security audit and so on. Compliance and regulatory standards, they are very, very essential. Like we are talking about the ESG. So unless the governance, the compliances are there set up by the governance, so nothing can move. So that's very specific. Industry specific regulations must be there, whatever your organization is. If it is a construction industry, if it is a chemical industry, if it is a manufacturing industry, it is a service provider industry. So there are different regulations which the government has issued from time to time. You must be aware of what is applicable to you, and you must be thoroughly knowing them and how these regulations will impact your business and how these regulations to be complied with. ISO, IES, जो International Electro Technological Commission 2700 series जो हैं, that information security management system, you must be aware of that your employees must have training in that. Then the cyber security, we call it a NIST cyber security framework of the National Institute of Standards and Technologies, and that is to manage and mitigate cyber security risk, and that is to identify, protect, detect, respond and recover. So these are the steps, and this is what the NIST suggests you. They these are their guidelines, I would say. They are not actually government regulations, but these are the guidelines. So you can make use of them. Integration of technologies, security information and event management. Security information and event management, that's very important. You must have real-time information about the security threat, the existing security setup, existing security scenario in your organization or in your industry, and the event management. There has to be integration of both the things. How do you manage them? Artificial intelligence and machine learning. This again, there's an integration of the AI and ML, or what you call algorithm. Ab inka bhi there are both ways. There's a minus and plus. There's a two-way sword. So you have to see up to what level it is required in your industry, in your operations, and where you have to be. You have to take care of them. Beyond which a particular area, beyond line, what you don't require them, don't take those technologies. And last is the data-driven analytics. Utilize advanced analytics to track patterns, highlight vulnerabilities, and predict future risks. So this is the sum up that you have to. Your data must be prepared. Your data, you should have that kind of a data which can utilize your advanced system to track patterns, what will happen in future, highlight the vulnerability of in your existing industry, your setup, and predict future risks. What are the future risks for you? And for any security setup, any security organization, it is very, very essential to have your planning for continual business. What if today something happens, there's a disaster, your system has collapsed, there's a natural disaster, there's a bomb threat, kuch ho gaya, uske baad ultimate aim of any organization is what? To survive, progress, make profit. And if you do not have any plan and any system, any tool in place for continuing business, then you are doomed, you are gone. So that is the end of your day, or that is the end of your organization, and that is the end of my talk to you. Thank you very much. I have already been told, time up, so thank you. No questions. Those who are joining us, we can have question answers one-to-one. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your deliberation. I now request Colonel Malhan to kindly felicitate Colonel D.R. Semwal for his contribution.
Just a minute. Just a minute. Okay, friends, I have one important announcement to make. You all have attended some seminars, some training programs being conducted by the ICISSM, and in all our programs that we have conducted, training program or any other seminar, the contribution of Manan Batra has been par excellent and very highly commendable. Highly commendable. He is totally dedicated. मेरे हिसाब से आजकल के बच्चों में जनरेशन में इतना डेडिकेशन देखना बहुत मुश्किल है. That's my, I am 69 years old now. That's my experience. He is a totally dedicated, very sincere person and young boy. He will rise very high in life with his dedication, his intelligence, and with his sincerity, honesty. So I would like to announce that now we declare Mannan Batra, we nominate Mannan Batra as event convener for all future events. He has been upgraded, he was a coordinator, but now he will be the event convener for all future events. So congratulations and thank you, Mannan. Good, you have done a great job. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Can I just take the mic? You know, any event is organized with a lot of team effort which takes place. And I must acknowledge one person here, Mayank Rajput. This person has been the backbone from day one. And he is the man behind machine, getting everything done, and he never speaks. So a person like him, we need a standing ovation. And Richa, Nikita, Dr. Juhi, Dipti, I was out of station, I tell you, frankly. It is these people, this lot, which has done the wonderful show. My apologies for being absent and not able to devote so much of time, but they have lived up the day and they made. Somebody was asking me, sir, आप ये क्यों कराते हो? I said, यार मेरे तो एक ही इसका पैशन है कि मेरे त्यागी सर की आत्मा को खुशी मिलनी चाहिए. He should feel happy. और साल में कुछ भी कमिटमेंट आए, अगर एक दिन हमने दे दिया उनको और उनको खुशी मिल गई, we are happy. This is what we can do. Today, what we think for Tyagi sir, you all have done for us. Okay, so thank you very much. A big thanks to you all.
Now it's time to felicitate the event partner of the seminar and also the knowledge partner. I request Colonel Malhan to please come for the felicitation. I request the team Cropsy to kindly receive the felicitation for being the event partner.
Who is the man in charge for this song?
Okay, so that's what you want to do. This is the youngest.
I also request the knowledge partner team from Mix. Yes, please come. Sir, please. I request Colonel Malhan sir to please felicitate the knowledge partner of the event. Now I request Captain Manoj Kumar, CSM Executive President ICISSM for the expression of gratitude.
Ladies and gentlemen, the guest, panelists, and all our host partners, on behalf of Council, we thank you all very much for making this second seminar possible to happen. And we have lived through whole day. Thank you for your time. thank you for your patience and see you again in 2026. Thank you very much.
I know everybody wants to leave, but just once again, we are yet to formally felicitate the CROPSI members individually who have been part of this seminar and have made this a huge success. I request Major General Vikram Singh and Colonel D.R. Sembal to please do the honors. And I have certificates for... First one is for Mr. Mayank Kumar. Thank you, Mayank. Thank you so much. Whoever is here, please, round of applause. Then we have Nikita Pal. Round of applause, please. Then we have Richa Jha. And last but not the least, we have Dr. Miss Juhi Priyanka Horo, who is the anchor, the MC of this event. Thank you so much, ma'am. And as Colonel Srivastav said, it is definitely a team effort. So all other members of Team CROPSI, we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Colonel. Yes, sir, please. Finally, we are done for the day. Thank you so much, all. Thank you.